Hello and good evening. Welcome to this News 9 Sports special. Today we are previewing the second match of the day between number 2 placed Lucknow Super Giants, who've been absolutely brilliant in this tournament, and number 8 placed KKR, two-time former winners, finalists last year, but haven't had such a great tournament after a brilliant start. A win for LSG will take them to pole position in this tournament, while a loss for KKR will almost rule them out for a chance in the playoffs. What will happen in this encounter? A lot is at stake. Let's go directly to the toss at Pune. And as you can see, KKR has won the toss, Shreyas Iyer has won the toss, and he opts to field versus LSG. Again, not surprising. This is a trend we have seen in this tournament. Captains winning the toss are preferring to chase still, especially in night games, because they're worried about the dew in the second innings. So while in the day games we are seeing teams batting first, as we saw in the first match today, in the night games the trend continues. In the night games, captains are winning the toss and are electing to chase. Both teams have made one change to their playing 11. And we'll just tell you what the changes are. Right-arm fast-medium born in New Delhi, Harshit Rana, who's just played one T20 match, replaces Umesh Yadav for KKR. Umesh Yadav has pulled a calf muscle. That is a big blow for KKR. Avesh Khan, that's an obvious change, replaces Krishnappa Gautam. Unlucky Krishnappa Gautam, but Avesh Khan has been brilliant for Lucknow, their highest wicket taker. So not surprising that Avesh Khan replaces Krishnappa Gautam for Lucknow Super Giants. Let's have a look at the playing 11 now. Rahul, the magnificent captain of LSG, moving from Punjab Kings to LSG, seems to have changed Rahul's luck, not as a batsman but as a captain, and the results of the team are concerned. Quinton de Kock, not quite at his best as we have seen him in 2019 and 20 against for Mumbai Indians, but still scoring runs at the top of the order. He scored 250s already in the tournament. Deepak Hooda, he's been a revelation in this tournament. He's batting in the middle order, excellent middle order strike rate. Also, promotion up the order in the last couple of games, has brought dividends for LSG. Marcus Stoinis still hasn't showed his best with the bat in the tournament, except one cameo of 38. Krunal Pandya, absolute revelation with the ball, 9 wickets, very good economy rate. Badoni has shown his class, a promising youngster. Jason Holder, very good bowling in the death overs. Avesh Khan, absolutely brilliant in the power play and the death. Mohsin Khan, this left-arm seamer, has been very impressive in this tournament. Chameera, another Sri Lankan who has impressed. He was the highest impact player of the last match with his fantastic all-round performance. And then Ravi Bishnoi, the googly specialist, the wrong gun specialist, hasn't made as much news as other wrist spinners, but he is a class act. So that is the 11 from LSG. Now we have, can we have a look at the 11 for KKR? We'll just have a look at the 11 for KKR, and here we are. Shreyas Iyer, the captain, hasn't been at his best with the bat. He was in great form for India prior to this IPL, but hasn't fired yet with the bat. Baba Indrajit there. Aaron Finch needs to score. He's failed in 3 innings, only scored 1 half century, so he's not done that well in the tournament as expected. Nitish Rana, scoring runs, but that match-winning performance hasn't come yet. Rinku Singh, Andre Russell has been impressive, but they would need him to fire today if they are to win. Then they've got Roy, they've got Sunil Narine, the experienced off-spinner, Tim Southee from New Zealand. Harshit Rana, as I said, replacing Umesh Yadav, right-arm fast-medium, and Shivam Mavi, another right-arm fast bowling. So overall, the KKR 11, looks a touch weak. And the startling thing about this KKR 11 is they don't have 2 of their retained players. 2 of their retained players, Venkatesh Iyer and Varun Chakravarti, continue to sit out of the 11. 2 superstars from KKR from the previous season, 2 superstars who were almost certain to play for India are not even now in the KKR 11. Such is the state of affairs. This is the IPL. Anything is possible. Now let's have a look at how LSG, the new team in the auction, the debutants along with Gujarat Titans, have managed to, to reach number 2 in the points table, and a win today will take them atop. They'll replace Gujarat Titans if they win today. The key for them has been the presence of, so many world-class all-rounders. LSG have won their last 3 matches, so the momentum is with them. Rahul, the IPL run machine, 451 runs. Aren't we surprised? Strike rate 145, 200s. No batsman in the IPL has scored more runs than Rahul since 2018. He is an IPL run machine. Deepak Hooda, as I said, very impressive. 350s, 279 runs, good strike rate around 140. Promotion up the order is helping, and LSG scores. Then we have Avesh Khan, 11 wickets. Chameera, very impressive Sri Lankan speedster, 8 wickets. Mohsin Khan, the left-arm seamer, again 8 wickets. 4 matches, economy of just 6.07. Look at the number of bowlers LSG has who've taken 8+ wickets, the maximum for any team in the tournament. So that is, everyone is delivering for LSG. They're gelling as a team. Every individual is playing a part, and therefore this team is at number 2. Aiming to be at number 1. So LSG, a great success story so far in the tournament. Now let us talk about KKR. KKR started this tournament with a bang. They were they made the finals last year courtesy this all-out aggressive policy by Brendan McCullum to attack at any cost. They started the tournament well, but since then, the dividends have gone down with this all-out policy. They've been rigid about it. 6 losses from 10 matches overall, at number 8 in the points table, languishing with MI and CSK. Lost 4 of their last 5 matches. They won their last match, but they've lost 4 of their last 5 matches. Venkatesh Iyer, not in the side, dropped. This all-rounder was being, built to replace Hardik Pandya in the 11. Look at how their fates have changed. Hardik is now leading GT at the top of the table. Aaron Finch failed in 3 of the 4 innings. He needs to do more. He has a great record for Australia in T20I cricket. He needs to do more. Varun Chakravarti, again, the mystery spinner. He's gone. That is the mystery. He's not even there in KKR's 11. KKR is doing with Varun Chakravarti what they did with Kuldeep Yadav. This is a story repeating. History is repeating in KKR. 4 wickets in 8 matches. Chakravarti not even in the playing 11 for his franchise. So that is, KKR have lost their way after a very fine start. So that has been the story of KKR, and they're languishing at number 8, along with MI and CSK. That is 11 titles between them, and 8, 9 and 10, KKR, CSK and MI. Now let's have a look at who we have identified as 2 X-players in this match. It is a match of superstars, but we've identified 2 X-factor players. Let us have a look who is the X-factor player we've identified from LSG. It's none other than their captain, Rahul. If we can have a look. We'll have a look at that later. Deepak Hooda is the player we've identified as the X-factor from LSG, and strike rate of 138 in the middle overs. Remember, those are the middle overs, 7 and 16. Those are the periods of consolidation. And he has a strike rate of almost 140. Then 4 high-impact knocks in the tournament. Deepak Hooda is not a batsman. He's an all-rounder. So that is brilliant. 294 runs, strike rate of 168, 450s in the 2021-22 Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. He was the 2nd highest run getter for his state, Rajasthan. So Deepak Hooda has excelled in the middle order, and he's done his position no harm. He could be on the flight to Australia, along with Hardik Pandya as the all-rounder. The Deepak Hooda, absolutely brilliant, the X-factor for LSG. Now, let's have a look at the X-factor we've identified for KKR. And who else? Who else but the most destructive batsman, according to me, in limited overs history. Andre Russell, he's been phenomenal in limited overs cricket for the last decade. Strike rate of 176 in IPL 2022. Overall, his strike rate in the IPL is the highest, 178. It's the highest in IPL history. 81 runs in 41 balls at the death at a strike rate of 191 in this tournament. Andre Russell, the reason why he's still in the team is because he can finish matches. He's one of the most destructive batsmen in the final overs. Andre Russell, although he's not as consistent as before, what he did in 2019, 500 plus runs, strike rate of 200, one of the greatest seasons for a batsman. That is the reason KKR have still persisted with Andre Russell, and it is paying off. It is, he again has to deliver, because this is a weak KKR team. They have to win today. Remember, a loss and their chances for making the playoffs are all but over. Right. Now let us also, have a look at the key battles we've identified for this match. In the larger context of this match, there are a number of small key battles, key matchups, which can affect the course of play. The first one we have is a power play battle between Rahul, the 2nd highest run getter of the tournament, versus the New Zealand speedster Tim Southee. 6 innings, 33 balls, 37 runs, only a strike rate of 112. So although Rahul hasn't been dismissed by Team Saudi, Rahul hasn't been able to take Team Saudi to the cleaners. Team Saudi has, kept a leash on him. And it's going to be interesting because Saudi is in form, Rahul is in devastating form. We are seeing Rahul the aggressor this season. And when Rahul is the aggressor, the team wins around 70% of the matches. When he scores a 50 at a strike rate of 150 plus, his team wins 70% of the matches. So will we see Rahul dominating Team Saudi in the power play? Will he take his chances? This could set the course of the match. Now let's have a look at the other battle we've identified. Russell the bowler versus Stoinis the batsman. Now this is a very interesting battle which can pan out either in the middle overs or in the death overs. See, 4 innings, runs, 19 balls, 12, but the thing to look out there is 3 dismissals. 3 dismissals in 4 innings for Russell versus Stoinis. This is all T20 cricket. So clearly there is something about Russell the bowler which Stoinis the batsman hasn't found comfortable. This could well be an interesting matchup today. Stoinis needs to score some runs. He has been built, he has a big reputation, one of the highest scorers in BBL history since in the last 3-4 seasons. But he needs to score today, at least provide a cameo. So it's going to be a very interesting battle in the middle overs or death overs. Let's identify the third battle we identified. That's Russell the batsman. Of course, Russell the batsman versus his Caribbean partner, Jason Holder the bowler. Now, of course, they've played a lot together for the West Indies. They've played for the CPL. So, 5 innings, 24 runs, 24 balls, 42 runs, strike rate of 175. Strike rate of 175, only 1 dismissal. This means Andre Russell, the batsman, has dominated Jason Holder, the bowler. Now remember, Jason Holder has been very effective in the death overs in this tournament. But Russell, has the capability. If anyone has, it is Russell who can take Jason Holder to the cleaners. It's going, these 3 battles potentially can define the match. Now also, the match will also be defined by the conditions of this very peculiar ground in Pune. I'm saying peculiar for a reason. If we have a look at the stats, it is the only ground in the tournament where batting first seems to be a big advantage. And we'll have those stats in a minute. It is the only ground in the tournament where batting first seems to be a big advantage. In Pune, teams batting first have won more matches than teams chasing. And here's 7-3 advantage to the team batting first. In a tournament where chasing is the advantage, Pune is defying the norm. 7-3 to the team batting first. Last 4 matches won by the team batting first. So it may not be a bad toss to lose today. Average score batting first, last 5 matches 168. On the lower side, it's amongst the lower scoring grounds amongst the 4 venues in the tournament. Again, pace has done well here in terms of wicket taking. Strike rate of pace is 18.3, but they've gone for a few runs, 8.35, although they've taken a bulk of the wickets. If you see the same numbers for spinners, less proportion of wickets, but the strike rate goes up. But the economy is 7.88. So spinners have been restrictive. The pacers are the one who are picking the wickets. So that is what one can expect in Pune. It won't be a very high scoring score. If the team batting first can score around 170, it could be a match-winning total. Let us again remind you what has happened. Shreyas Iyer has won the toss, KKR has won the toss, and they've elected to field first. It is a must-win game for KKR. Let us again have a look. Here's the toss. KKR has won the toss, as I said, and they've elected to field. A must-win game for KKR. If they lose, they're all but out of contention for the playoffs. Both the teams have made one change. Both Avesh Khan is back. Big news is that Umesh Yadav is out for KKR. Their best bowler is out with a calf injury, and Harshit Rana replaces him. This is a massive, massive blow for an already weak KKR 11. Avesh Khan replaces Shreyas GOWTHAM for LSG. So that is the breaking news. We'll again have a look at the playing 11s of both the teams. If we can play that on the screen, we'll again have a look at both the teams. KL Rahul is the captain, Quinton de Kock, Deepak Hooda, Marcus Stoinis, the all-rounder. Look at the plethora of all-rounders. Marcus Stoinis, Krunal Pandya, Jason Holder, even Avesh Khan. So look at, they have, Deepak Hooda. So they have so many all-rounders, 4 world-class all-rounders in the 11, and that is the USP of this Lucknow team. Therefore, they are at number 2 in the points table. And here we have a look at the KKR playing 11. Shreyas Iyer, the captain, he needs to score big. He needs to score them quickly. Baba Indrajit, Aaron Finch. They have changed they've tried 5 different combinations in opening, and nothing seems to be working for them. Nitish Rana needs to score big. Rinku Singh, that is a very different, very weak top unit. Okay, breaking news coming in. Rajasthan Royals have beaten Punjab Kings by 6 wickets with 2 balls to spare in a very close, tight match. Rajasthan Royals, it's a 7th win of the season for Rajasthan Royals. They moved to 14 points. That's a brilliant performance by Rajasthan Royals, chasing 190, 6th loss of the tournament for Punjab Kings. This consolidates Rajasthan's position to make it to the playoffs. Their probability increases significantly. Also breaking, Mumbai Indians are out of playoff contention mathematically. Mumbai Indians cannot make the playoffs as RR has won. So permutations and combinations with the RR victory means that Mumbai Indians are out of a race for a contention in the playoffs mathematically. 5-time winners are out of a race. It's been a disastrous season for MI. The worst in IPL history, and today, they've been put out the misery. They're out of a contention for the playoffs. Now they'll have no pressure. They'll be praying for pride. Maybe they can spoil the party for other teams. But as of now, with RR's win over Punjab Kings, Mumbai Indians are out of a race for the playoffs. So that is the big news coming in, that Mumbai Indians are out of the race of the playoffs. 5-time winners, the most successful side in IPL history, are out of the race of the playoffs. Rajasthan Royals, on the other hand, have done their chances no harm. It's a big win for them, chasing 190, not easy, 2 balls to spare. So they consolidate their position and have a very high chance of now making the playoffs. So that's it from me, from Nikhil Narayan. Please subscribe to News 9 Sports. It's your one-stop destination for everything sport, cricket analysis, other sports, breaking news from all across the world. Sit back and enjoy today's encounter. Thank you and goodbye.